How was it that you guys initially came to know each other? Was it because of you
We
guys?
came out the same womb.
No. Of course.
Very convenient.
No. No.
This guy is funny right
no,
here.
no.
He's a funny guy.
Let me rephrase that. How was it that you came? So obviously you came out of the same womb.
How we met each other?
But what was your first contact with other professional bachata artists once you did start to become known?
Well, I could tell you how we met, Aventura. We were first called teenagers de la bachata, but then we figured we ain't gonna be teenagers forever. Like, me, I'm 33 years old, teenagers. So we had to change the name. I met Anthony through a musician. He's still with me because he's loyal to me. He's doing sound check right there right now. He's one of my pianists. It was because of him. If he didn't bring Anthony to me, then Aventura would have never happened. I already had my band. I had a band. We was playing like in local grocery stores. And we find any light post, and if you take out the bottom latch, you could plug like, a 110 volt there. So we used to plug our amps in those things. It was illegal, but we didn't care. But we plug it, and cops said it. They enjoy stuff like that. It's better than selling drugs or anything like that in the street. So we just play music in the street. We'll plug it in and we'll do our noise. And like, I was a real bad guitarist. Like, we were just making noise. And I had a cousin of mine who just shouted. He couldn't sing for nothing. So we needed a change. And one of my musicians, Ronnie, he's back there now. He's actually, I know him for years. So he told me, Lenny, that's this kid. He's always singing in the lunchroom, and he sings all these Anthony Santos songs, the guy we told you about earlier. And he sings it, I don't know, he sounds like a bird. His voice is so, I don't know, it's just like he has an auto-tune in him, built inside him. Like, and he just sounds so nice. You got to meet him, man. You got to meet him. And then I said, okay, bring him to my house. And then we go to a rehearsal. Back in the days, I used to be buff. I was like this. Anthony always says it. Anthony got intimidated because when I opened the door, I was without a shirt. And Anthony was like this. Anthony was skinny. Ooh, y'all haven't seen Romeo back in the days? Skinny. He has to put extra holes in his belt just like a shit. He gonna kill me. Nah, but he knows I always make jokes. I like making people laugh. But he met me and he asked me, so you know how to play this song? I'm like, yeah. Then I play it for him. Like, oh, do you know how to play this song? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, and I'm playing it for him. And he's like amazed. And then, do you know how to play this song from Anthony Santos? I'm like, yeah. And then I play it. He's like, oh, you're the best guitarist in the world. I'm like, no, I'm not. So he fell in love with me. I fell in love with his voice. He started singing. We're in the hallway in the house because, I didn't want my mom's kicking my in my house, you have to be quiet. So we went out to the hallway, and in the hallway with the reverb sound of the hallway, his voice was sounding beautiful. Like, damn, this guy is good. Then I introduced him to Mikey, and then we had a rehearsal the next day at a Puerto Rican social club. Imagine Dominican music in a Puerto Rican social club. Them old viejitos used to get mad when we used to go up in there and make that noise. But the owner of that social club, he showed love to them. No, dejen que los niños hagan su cosa, que hagan su música. But they used to charge us rent, though, They didn't hook us up like that. We still had to pay them like $20 for 3 hours or something. And we always just chip in on the musician. Let me get $3, let me get $3, let me get $3. And that's how we used to rehearse. And that's how Aventura came about. After that, we grew.
And I'm curious, why the name Aventura?
Well, Aventura, we had a manager back then. His name was Julio Cesar. He was the one trying to get us signed to labels. There was a time that we had recorded Obsesión. Remember that song? Holla. That song was #1 worldwide, over Britney Spears and 50 Cent and Madonna. If y'all don't know.
I think a few people bought that song, I think.
It was. It was. In Europe, we were #1 everywhere. Germany, France, Italy. We was like, oh my God. Crazy. We did everything out there. So Julio Cesar was the one who came up with the name Aventura. At first, obviously, we're not going to like it. I was like, no. And he had the picture and everything. He took 4 models. And back then we used to do the skin fade haircut. That was the New York look, like skin fade. And we used to do the competition who had the lowest skin fade.
Still see the crispy line.
Like, mine is low, mine is 0. No, mine is -0. So the manager was like, nah, you guys look like thugs. You guys ain't artists. You don't see Ricky Martin with a skin fade. You don't see Chayanne with a skin fade. You gotta let your hair grow. Ever since then, my hair's always been like this. Everybody's Romeo's, everybody. This guy had a vision. Like his vision worked.
Yeah.
Right?
Like this is what I was talking about earlier. About this what really changed the bachata game. It was the music was always there, but without that image, it wouldn't get so big because it was like that boy band, that craziness, 4 guys. It's never been seen in bachata. But at the end of the day, this wasn't really a casting, like Lenny said. This was naturally. But this guy, he's a genius. He's the one that came up with the name Aventura and the 4 guys. I'm gonna make sure that the girls are gonna love ya, this and that. Just trust me. But it was like, we don't like that name Aventura, Sigue ahí.
Yeah. So and all that, and the way Anthony's the way he used to act with his character as an artist, he took it serious. Even his own manager would be like, "Who you think you are, Ricky Martin? Or you think you?" No, because he was always like that. He was always off and on stage. Like, oh, Anthony thinks he's all that. No, he's always been his own timid person, very timid and into the zone, into his thing. And people would be like, "Why he don't want to do interviews? Why?" Yes, he does, but he likes everything to be perfect. He's a perfectionist. So people should criticize him, especially our own people, Dominicans. Who do you think he is, Ricky Martin? Look at him now.
Ricky Martin's
But
getting a lot
following
of love.
that line, he's just as popular as Ricky Martin, or if not more, and has won a lot of awards as a lyricist, and he's been amazing with the Aventura contributions.
And you've also remarked, we sort of touched on the topic of other genres influencing bachata. You said hip-hop. Could you talk about that, R&B and hip-hop, and how they influence being from the South Bronx? And then how do you react to the new wave of scholars who now, it's almost like they're reproducing Aventura's flavor, which is taking samples, maybe Casey and JoJo's songs that you hear in bachata now?
Well, I did a little bit too much when I was doing the music. There's a song that I copied, the Beverly Hills Cop theme.
Yes.
Melody. You ever heard that? Yeah. We got sued because of that.
You did?
Yeah, like
How'd that work out for you?
like 2-3 years later almost, right? That wasn't like right away, but
That
those
wasn't
people
right
caught
away.
on.
Because that song was in the Obsession album, and Obsession made a huge hit worldwide. Everybody bought that album, and whatever publishing company owns that song, they must have heard it. And we got a big fat letter from a lawyer to our office, and the president of the label came to me and said, "Lenny, did you copy some melody from a movie?" I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was trying to
like Stuart.
What you talking about?
And it was just a little thing, but I flipped it, like I changed it. No. They sending me, me están mandando una demanda y tengo que pagar $50,000. I'm like, oh. So they ended up solving that case by taking the song out of the next to come like CD manufacturing.
Yeah.
They just took it out. But some people still have it. Whoever has the original albums is there. They didn't want to negotiate. They just didn't really. They felt disrespected that they didn't like our type of music, whatever publishing company that was with the Beverly Hills Cop thing. But getting back to the topic of
Influences.
I used the Michael Jackson thing in the thing. We still haven't got a letter from them.
I
I used the